Welcome! As you might already know, in IHR Adventures we always visit some exciting location. This time we are accompanying Ronny De Groote on his Austrian tour to such a gravel pit where mining is still going on at present. The lake is approximately 20 acres, but what is most important is that huge carp and grasscarp fishes live in it. In the past weeks, for example, a 32 kg grasscarp and a 32.5 kg carp have been caught from this beautiful lake. We had the chance to fish with Ronny De Groote before when roughly a year ago we visited Polska with him, where we could watch how this world-famous angler tries to catch the fish in entirely unfamiliar waters. Our aim is just the same now, how to take another new lake with him. This, however, is a gravel pit where fish do not live particularly great numbers, but in great size. We are therefore curious with what techniques, what strategy Ronny De Groote will try to outsmart these fish on this 20-acre lake.
As usual, we have too much tackle with it. Hey guys, my name is Ronny De Groote. At this moment I'm in Austria, near the Slovenian border, together with my friend Christopher Eckhart, also Aki. We are going to fish a gravel pit, let's say about 20 acres. Very big carp in it, very big grass carp. So grass carp, I think 32 kilos?
Yeah, grass carp are over 30 kilos, about 32, 33 kilos.
Okay, and very big carp also, eh?
Yes, also carps over 30 kilos. So
Okay.
the biggest one is with 32 kilos.
Oh, that makes it very interesting, of course. It is certainly not an easy water, isn't it?
No, not really. So it is a really difficult water, but let's have a look. Maybe we will be able to catch some carp and some grass carp.
You know, I can beat my personal best grass carp here. That's why I certainly want to fish at least 2 rods, just, you know, orientated on grass carp only. And of course I want to try to get big carp as well, and I will use a different technique for that. So I think it's ready to go in the boat and find some spots?
Yes.
Come on, mate. Well, it's a very nice lake. It's a little bit different, of course, than the kind of lakes we have in Belgium. But it's nice, you know, very nice area, nice island we are on. So we have a little bit of a private stretch where we can fish, so it's a nice lake. Ah, this is the plateau. Yeah, it is.
A little.
Let's have a look. Yeah, here it is, Harder. Just in front of that little mark on the...
Yes.
So that's perfect. That's a cast that we can make with our eyes closed. Perfect.
Yes. We need no marker.
So now we don't need a marker. That would be just bringing problems. It's a gravel pit. And what we tried to do was to try to find plateaus, hard plateaus, you know, but there is always a little bit of mud around these plateaus. So that's where you have to try to fish. These plateaus, let's say, are a bit, let's say, half a meter higher than the normal bottom. Here you can see it. This is harder.
Yes.
So this should be a good spot also. So 1 rod there, 1 rod here. Gonna put a 3rd rod out as well for that one carp that will pass by. Big one. Well, Aki showed me a new tool. Well, it's new for me. I'm a carp angler from the old school, you know, plumbing, using a prodding stick. But these new kids, they are using all electronic and electronic devices and whatever. So he showed me camera, and it was really nice to use it because we really could see the little holes in the bottom where the carp has been feeding. So what we are doing is we fish the hard plateaus and the, let's say, a little bit of the softer areas. I will tell you one thing, that Aki, he's a little bit of a poacher. You know, he used every trick in the book to catch a fish. And one of the advantages that he has a camera where he can see the bottom of the lake with it. And that is what we are going to try to see now. It should work because the gravel workings are not going on now. So yeah, I can see the bottom here.
You can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
I always fished it where it starts.
Yeah, okay. Well, and I just followed the advice of the local specialist. Yeah, it's amazing, you know. Never seen this before, that you really can see the bottom. Before you start fishing, you see exactly where the carp has been eating. Brilliant. I know that there are some big carp and some very big grass carp in it, and it's rare for me to fish a lake, for example, where I can break my personal best record for grass carp. And if there is a lake in Austria or wherever in Europe where I can do that, it's this one. Because my personal best is 24.9 kilo grass carp, and in this lake there are grass carp up to about 32 kilos. So with a good backing of grass carp between, let's say, 10 and 15, 16 kilos. So it certainly is a lake where I would like to catch some big grass carp here. And of course, as there are some big carp in there as well, you know, we can bet at 2 horses. This is a nice grass carp, bigger than 10 kilos. We have found a spot, so I will fish 2 rods there, only with maize, because I like to catch a big grass carp. And another spot on the plateau over there. There I'm going to fish with a combination of boilies and maize. So I have 50 millimeters and 20 millimeters boilies, but I'm also going to cut a part of them in the middle, so now in 2, so that I have in 4 different sizes of boilies, and then I will add some more some maize, something like that. And those combination really should make that some carp will feed on you know, on the spot, and hopefully it brings us a big carp as well. What are our chances? You think we will catch some carp? Oh yes. That's the spirit of a winning spirit, you know. What I will try to do to, you know, to make my bait even more attractive than what it is, I will add some boilie dip and I will add some food dip as well. So the boilie dip is oil-based, so it comes up to the surface, a little bit in the middle layers. So if the carp move in the swim, so they, you know, they will taste something and it will stimulate the carp to look for food. And the food dip stays really on the bottom, so that will make a little cover on the bottom. So as soon as the carp comes in, you know, it will also stimulate them to feed more. What I will use is an artificial maize and a normal sinking boilie, so that should be my hook bait. So the carp are used to find their maize and boilies, so that would trigger them into a take. What we have here is just a very simple rig. In fact, I'm using the Fang X hook from Ness, just, let's say, a snowman combination, little maize on top of a normal 50mm boilie. 25mm missing length, about 20 to 25 centimeters. 2 little drops of tungsten putty, the Klingon putty from Kevin Ness. Disconnected with a speed link combination we have in nest range, tractor LED, very heavy LED, and here on top I have a 1.5 meter long diffusing camera leader. So this disappears completely into the, in the environment. So if you are fishing this above green, the diffusing camera leader absorbs the green from the weed. If you are fishing that on top of gravel, takes the color from the gravel, and so on. So it's a very good camo setup. What Aki has done now, he has put a marker over there, so it's on the same line like this. So we know this is a marker line, and then we know it's about 3-4 meters left of the electricity line, who is above our head. So this exactly, that should be the spot where we are going to put our rig, and that's on top of the plateau. Never underestimate the local knowledge, and Aki is using this combination of the spot cloud, monster crab and shellfish method mix. He uses it a lot, and he says that the local fish are really liking it. So now we put 1 or 2 balls on it. One of these like this. And one like that.
And one more.
One more. Okay.
And then we feed the mixture of boilies and mice.
Now I put a little bit of tension on the line, not too much, so that the diffusing camo leader can fix himself very well on the bottom of the lake. Voila. Okay, let's say that this is my carp and grass carp rod, because I'm using as well boilies as I'm using maize. Now it's just a matter of waiting and fingers crossed, and hopefully one carp will join us within this and a couple of hours. Bigger than 10 kilos. almost 30 pounds grass carp. So it's about, let's say midnight, maybe half an hour before, quarter an hour before midnight. And my middle rod wore off. It is a grass carp, as I expected, because it was fighting a different way, you know, with a few bumps. And then it doesn't do anything for, let's say, up till about 10 meters from the bank, and 10 meters from the bank, you know, it starts like a torpedo, bath, and they're gone. And that's the way the fight was. Nothing at 20 meters from the bank. As soon as it came closer to the bank, it was going on every time, you know, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. And this is the result, almost 30-pound grass carp. So I haven't measured it, but I think it must be something like 1 meter and 10 centimeters long. It's a typical grass carp fight, you know. They don't do anything at a long distance, 20 meters from the bank. They'll just come to the bank, but as soon as they see the bank, as soon as they are 3-4 meters from the bank, they go like a torpedo, and this grass carp has done exactly the same. You know, it came in very, very easy. It was just a couple of meters from the bank, and then it went 6-7 times, you know, like all grass carp do, in fact. This is why I came for. It's a long time since I caught a big grass carp like that. And you know, in this lake, the biggest ones are even twice this size. The second grass carp of the session, not a big one like the one from yesterday, but anyway, it's a result. See you back later. We're gonna put it back immediately. You have seen that I have missed another grass carp. Personally, I think that it just was a small grass carp because in my opinion, all power has been put on the point of the hook, so that means that the hook was not completely filled with the meat which is in the mouth of the carp, and therefore when all power come on the point of the hook, well, almost every hook opens, or you have to use a very, very big hook, but that's stupid. That's not carp fishing in my opinion. So anyway, to try to catch them, I will try another rig which I have been using many years ago when I fished for really big grass carp, and that's the weedy pool rig. So on the bottom it will stay like this, and in Italy, but also in other waters where I fish for big grass carp, and I've caught them almost to 25 kilos, I have used this rig. So let's try it with this one, and hopefully we can bring some more grass carp on the bank. We don't have that many grass carp where I live. So it's not, let's say, one of my top fishes to go after it, but it certainly is a fish that I want to catch if I have the opportunity to fish for them. And this lake, for example, has a very good population of grass carp. So here it's my main target, and of course I want to catch a big carp if it is possible also. But I know if there is a lake, if there is a moment this year where I can beat my personal best grass carp, it's these few days when I'm here to do it. So it depends a little bit. I enjoy fishing in general, and today it's grass carp. tomorrow it's maybe black bass, or maybe I go for some big bream. You know, it depends the moment, the place I am. I'm just really, let's say, easy. You know, I adopt my my way of fishing to the moment and the place where I am. Okay, this is a hard bottom, so this is where I will put my rig. And now some maize on top of it. Okay, and now fingers crossed that the whitey pool rig will bring me an extra grass carp on the bank. Voila. We are ready for action again, with this rod anyway. Okay, well, we don't have that many hours anymore here at the lake, because at every good thing there comes an end, of course. Until now we haven't really caught that very well, I have to say. I had most action of all the anglers at the lake. So far I know only one carp of 7 kilo has been caught a little bit down the lake by another carp angler. I think it's a matter of the time which is changing at the moment. So we are just before the winter. Colder water, colder temperatures. We had a storm a couple of days ago. The weather is not really stable, and the carp, of course, they are a little bit confused. Anyway, before we have to go home, I would like to show you a little video from my friend Eki. So from a big carp he caught a couple of weeks ago, a 26.4 kilogram common. So the new rig, the Whitty Pool rig, does its job. Whitty Pool rig, that's the one who does it. It's already gone. Again. It's a very interesting lake. If you see what Aki already has caught here, it's you know, it's ridiculous carp of what 31 kilos or 32 kilos, whatever, 26 kilos, grass carp over 30 kilos. So it's a very interesting lake, and I hope to come back one day.
Eki, thank you very much for your invitation.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this trip.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Robin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was IHR Adventures. See you next time.
Bam, ba, da, ba, ba.